Now in this example, we have to figure out the person's regular pay. Okay, so right now, here in consultant, there is no regular pay. So let's figure out the regular pay for consultant. Okay, and if we're here in the consultant, you know, we're going to basically say here, let's do float, regular pay. Okay, and I'll set it to 0 here. I'll use a standard if statement. I'll say here, if hours worked is greater than 40, that means the person's regular pay will be basically 40 times the hourly wage. So I'll then put this map here. And say regular pay is this value right here. Okay, so let me move regular pay to this logic right here. So this will give us the $400 for regular pay for consultant. Okay. Now I'm going to just move this code up here. Now we don't need to execute this method if there's overtime. Okay. So if there's overtime, this method should not be executed. Okay, because then it's a regular pay. Okay. So we're going to take this logic right here. And we're going to put it here in the else. So for some reason the person is not entitled to not overtime pay or the $500 extra, then we run the simple calculation that came from the ancestor. If the person is entitled to overtime, we run this calculation here for regular pay and all these items that we did up here. So here we did this with a conditional operator. This I'm just doing with the if statement. So if greater than 40 hours, then regular pay is equal to this. Otherwise, you call the ancestor, and that should actually calculate the rest of the values. Let's see. Let's save it. Let's run the driver. This shouldn't be 430 anymore. At least I hope not. Let's run this Java application. Regular pay is $400. Weekly salary is $430. That actually should be this plus the overtime pay. So let's finish with weekly salary. I'll go here. And weekly salary, let's do the put here. Oh, no, that shouldn't happen here because this one right here, I shouldn't run this method unless it actually there is no overtime. So I should make this new hash map. Okay. So we only run this code from the ancestor if it is not greater than 40. Let's first run this and see what the results are. You can see consultant 30 here, overtime hours, 400 overtime, which is fine. And we still want to see the weekly salary. So we need to figure out the weekly salary here in our consultant. And what we're going to do here, let's create another entry here. So I don't spell this incorrectly. We'll do weekly salary And I'll create a variable here called weekly salary. This is complaining because I haven't created the variable yet. I created it right here, but let me put it right here just so I can have access to it and use the lowercase float. So weekly salary is going to be the person's regular pay plus what the overtime is, the overtime pay. Let's save it here. Let's run this driver again to see if it makes sense. Okay, so we've got regular pay is 900 because the weekly salary was $400. 400 plus 500 gives us the 900. They worked an overtime of 3 hours, which is good. Okay, and what else are we missing? I think that's all the information that we need. Yeah. In fact, the only thing I wanted to display, just like the other class in consultant, let's display hours worked. I'll put that here so I just don't spell it wrong. And hourly wage. That way in our output we have all the information. So let's go here and get hourly wage and put that here, and hours worked and put that here. Let's save it and let's run it again to see if we get all that information. Okay, consultant overtime hours is 3. Regular pay is $900. Good. Weekly salary is $400, which is okay. I think I messed this up, so let me see. Actually, regular pay should be, I switched this up by mistake. So let's go back to the code here. Consultant. Yeah, I noticed I messed up the variable, so let me make this weekly pay, and that looks better now. Let's save it, run. Oh, sorry, I need to be in the driver. Let's run this. Okay, so we've got 3 hours, regular pay is 400. His weekly salary is $900 because the person got an overtime bonus of $500. Okay, and hourly wage here is, hours worked is 43, and hourly wage is $10 an hour, which is like normal. And overtime hours was 3 in this case. Okay, that seems to be working, and we're able to implement this portion, giving the person an extra 500. The next video will do the 650 portion if the consultant works over 50 hours. With that, good luck and good coding.